Sunram. Sunram finds an OC left pocket three on the way. Tickles a twine.
Now it's Maddie Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Fisher for girls high school basketball between the Blackduck Drakes and the Climax-Fisher Knights. How you doing, everyone? I'm Joe Lancello. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. This is actually going to be the first of two games tonight. Following this girls game, we'll have the boys matchup between Blackduck and Climax-Fisher. Since the girls season got underway last week, Blackduck off to a 2-0 start. The Drakes with victories over Warroad and Little Fork Big Falls. Climax-Fisher started their season last Tuesday at Kitson County Central. And KCC defeating the Knights 72-27. So the Knights will be looking to get on the winning track for the start of the season. The junior varsity game went in Climax-Fisher's favor by a score of 51-30 over Blackduck. We'll check in with the coaches, Cody Gross from Blackduck and Guy Finstrom from Climax-Fisher, when we return after these words on yourliveevent.com.
We're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and extracurricular activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledge bowl, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
And time now for our pregame coaches' comments, brought to you by Rivers Edge Insurance Agency. Visit with Emily and Lori and their team at Rivers Edge Insurance Agency in Hallstead. Let them coach you on what's best for you and your family for insurance protection. Home, vehicle, renters, life, farm, health insurance, and business insurance. Call 218-456-2172 for Rivers Edge Insurance in Hallstead.
Cody Gross is the coach of the Blackduck Drakes girls basketball team. Off to a 2-0 start in the year with wins over Warroad and Little Fork Big Falls, both by pretty convincing margins. Talk about your start of the season.
You know, we've had a really good start. We've had a game away up in Little Fork, and we've had our first home game against Warroad. The girls are showing, great leadership. They're working together as a team on and off the court. They're giving a lot of effort and put a lot of time into the program. We're very happy with their performance so far.
Just a handful of wins last season. 2-0 is an encouraging start. What's been different? Do you have a lot of girls back from last year?
So far, we're at 16 total. We're just trying to promote this positive body language and, showing up, being a good team leader. That's been our main philosophy is look out for your teammate and help each other. And, we're always trying to talk and touch and communicate. And, I think that's the most important part.
Who have been some of the strong players for you, or what are the things that you see as the strong points of your team?
Yeah, so we're returning back Marissa Mills, she's our senior. Kaylin Rockensock, she's our other senior. So we're returning back a few starters along with Annika Sunball. She's my junior. We're also starting Miss Nord. She's coming back. She's starting this year for us. And then I also have Kia Dodd, our freshman. So we have some experience, but then we have a lot of players that, this is their first time playing varsity basketball, but we're having a successful season so far.
At this point of the year, had you seen any of what Climax-Fisher has done in the past, or just more concerned about getting your own team together?
Yeah, we mainly just been focused on us. You can always scout nowadays with technology from your live event and YouTube and Huddle and everything, but I always try and just focus on what our kids can do. And try and just keep it simple for them, easy to understand. You just got to play your game, play your basketball, and just let your play just do the talking.
What will be the important things for you tonight?
Again, it's talking on defense. It's being patient on offense. Always communicating is our biggest thing.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That's Cody Gross, coach of the Blackduck Drakes girls basketball team. Our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Rivers Edge Insurance Agency in Hallstead. Visit with Emily and Lori. Call 218-456-2172. We'll continue with our pregame coaches' comments after these words on yourliveevent.com.
Heritage House in Hallstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Hallstead Living Center and Heritage House in Hallstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to hallsteadlivingcenter.com.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Riverview Health. Exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
And we continue with our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by Rivers Edge Insurance Agency of Hallstead. Visit with Emily and Lori and their team at Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, and they can coach you on what's best for you and your family for insurance. Call 218-456-2172. We continue with our pregame coaches' comments. Guy Finstrom, the coach of the Climax-Fisher Knights, joins us. The Knights opened their season last week at Kitson County Central and found out pretty quickly why they're a top 10 team.
Oh, yeah, they're a very good basketball team, and they have lots of depth. I think they rotated in at least 11 people on us all night long. So they're a very good team, and we learned a lot from playing them too, though. But I don't want to play them every week, though.
Now, you don't have Peyton Hoffman this season because of knee surgery, and at least you knew that going into the season, so any adjustment you've had to make, you've been doing that since day one.
Yeah, we're going to mix up our defenses more, and we run more this year than we've conditioning more this year than we have in the past, because we got to be able to trap and do things and score defensive points, and everybody just has to step up a little bit more when they're out there. So it put a lot of responsibility on the girls, because Peyton, she'd come in, she'd knock 30 points. We don't have that anymore. Somebody just can make 30 for us. So it's a growing experience, and I think the girls are going to be better for it.
And also rebounding, she's a big presence there.
Yeah, she had always, at least, I think she averaged 12 rebounds a game last year. So that's a lot to fill up.
Getting started now, have you had a chance to see Blackduck play at all, or your greater concern right now with your own bunch?
Well, we have to get better in what we do, but I have watched them play. They got some good shooters, and they got there's a gal that plays well inside, and they're going to be tough for us to play, so it's going to be a good game.
What will be the important things for you?
Well, we can't turn the ball over. We have to rebound, and we have to have pressure defense on their point guard to disrupt their offense. And if we can have ball pressure that disrupts their offense, we're going to be okay.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
That's Guy Finstrom, coach of the Climax-Fisher Knights. Our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by River's Edge Insurance Agency of Halstead. Let Emily and Lori coach you on what's best for you and your family for insurance protection. Home, vehicle, renters, life, farm, health, and business insurance. Call 218-456-2172. We'll come back with the starting lineups as Climax-Fisher takes on Blackduck. Back after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
And sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they're preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club, standing proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
Welcome back to Fisher. Joe Lancello with you. Let's run down the starting lineups for tonight's game between the Climax-Fisher Knights and the Blackduck Drakes. For Blackduck, they will have number 0, Annika Sunval, a junior. They did not supply heights on the Blackduck roster, unfortunately. Number 24 is Kia Dodd, a freshman. 30 is Kayleen Rockensock, a senior. Number 40 is Bailey Nord, a junior, and number 42, Marissa Mills, a senior. Cody Gross, the coach of Blackduck, the Drakes, 2-0 on the season. Now for the Climax-Fisher Knights. Number 1 is Tegan Johnson, a 5'5 sophomore. Number 10, Lucy Paulsrud, a 5'7 sophomore. Number 20 is Cadence Corinta, a 5'4 junior. There are 3 Corinta girls on the Knights team. We'll also see Kinley and possibly Lexi as well in action tonight. Rounding out the 5 for Climax-Fisher, number 23, Peyton Schroeder is a 5'8 sophomore, and number 42, Brooklyn Hoffman, a 5'9 7th grader. Guy Finstrom, the coach of the Knights, 0-1 on the year. As we mentioned, Peyton Hoffman out for the year with knee surgery. She's got 2 years of varsity experience. She is a freshman now. And so assuming all goes well with the surgery and the rehab, she'll be back and ready to go next year as a sophomore, and still a chance to win 5 letters in basketball and volleyball here at Climax-Fisher. The Knights will be in their home black uniforms with silver letters and numbers and white trim. And Blackduck in the traveling white shirts with maroon letters and numbers and gold. And we'll have the opening tap as Climax-Fisher takes on Blackduck. Back after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today. Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
This is Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassi Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Back at Fisher, Joe Lancello with you. I'm going to have to apologize in advance. I do not have a camera operator this evening. So something is going to suffer either in terms of the commentary or following the play. Climax-Fisher is without Kaya Parkin, a 5'3 senior. You see her now at the end of the line. She has not had enough practices to be eligible just yet. But that should be taken care of by next week for sure, I'm told. And the Knights giving some souvenirs to their fans. Our scoreboard brought to you by Lakes Community Co-op. They have energy solutions, convenience stores, a meat market, a car wash, a place to get feed, and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. Following this game, we'll have the boys opener for Climax-Fisher as they take on Blackduck as well. It'll be their first game too, the Drakes. It'll be the Knights going from right to left as we get things started here. Lucy Paulsrud jumping center for Climax-Fisher against Marissa Mills, and the ball cap control by the Knights. And a quick takeaway. Mills, 42, gives for Nord. Pass in the lane for Sundvall, who scores in a foul. And the first foul coming against Peyton Schroeder, her first. Sundvall missing the free throw. And rebound for the Knights. Cadence Corina into the lane, shot, score. Tied at 2. Sundvall almost lost the dribble. Now Nord on the left wing. Mills on the top. Left-hand dribble into the lane and thrown away. First turnover on the Drakes. Climax-Fisher ball, 1 minute and 1 second into the game. Schroeder for Lucy Paulsrud. Her shot is short. Paulsrud hustles after the rebound. Shot rejected. Peyton Schroeder tried again, didn't get it. And here's a gold rush and a layup try too hard by Dodd. Paulsrud across midcourt. Looks like a 2-3 zone defensively from Blackduck. Paulsrud with a shot, no, and a foul. First foul on Blackduck on Annika Sundvall, her first. Paulsrud, a 5'7" sophomore, does not break the tie there. Climax-Fisher 15 and 13 a year ago. And Paulsrud's free throw gives the Knights their first lead at 3-2. Mills dumping down low for Dodd. Shot was affected by all the traffic. And here's Schroeder across midcourt. Paulsrud, nice feed down low. Peyton Hoffman shot a little too hard. Brooklyn Hoffman shot too hard, beg your pardon. Mills losing the ball. Takeaway by Lucy Paulsrud. Schroeder overshot it. Offensive rebound by Tegan Johnson. Shot no good, but a foul. And Tegan to the line with 15:24 to go in the half. Marissa Mills commits the foul for Blackduck, her first and the team's second. Have a couple of substitutions coming in for the Knights after the first free throw, which Tegan Johnson makes. Number 2, Kinley Corinna, a 5'9 freshman. Number 11, Claire Erickson, a 5'9 junior. As Hoffman and Cadence Corinna sit down, second free throw missed. And the ball is going to stay with Climax-Fisher. Knights now with a 4-2 lead. 20 on the shot clock. Scramble for the rebound. It's finally controlled by Nord. For Mills ahead of the crowd to lay it up and in. Marissa Mills' first basket. Game tied at 4. Almost 3 minutes played. Open three from the left. Bango! First three of the game for Lucy Paulsrud. It's a 7-4 lead now for the Knights. Rockensock trying to get it down low, but it's picked off. Third turnover against Blackduck. Tegan Johnson, long jumper, no good. Rockensock the rebound. Sunval from the left. And a blocking foul going to be called on the Knights. Foul on Claire Erickson, her first. That's 2 on Climax-Fisher in the half. 23, Rebecca Hendrickson, a sophomore. Checks into the game now for Blackduck. Taking a long time on the inbound pass and thrown away. Turnover 4 on Blackduck. Now for Climax-Fisher, number 14, Anna Nesvig, a 5'4 junior, comes in to replace Schroeder. And Nesvig will throw it in. Paulsrud, 3 on the way. Bango! Paulsrud with back-to-back threes. And a 10-4 lead for Climax-Fisher. Almost 5 minutes in. And Tegan Johnson breaking up the pass. Intended for Sunval. Blackduck keep possession, 24 on the shot clock. Sunval finds the cutting Mills. Splits a double team. Missed the shot. Mills getting her own rebound. Dodd dumps for Sunval. Awkward as heck, but it counts. Foul is on Tegan Johnson, her first. That's 3 on Climax-Fisher. Number 20, Cadence Corinna, back in the game for the Knights, along with Peyton Schroeder and Brooklyn Hoffman. Sunval 0 for 1 at the line, trying to finish off a three-point play here. Can't quite pull that off. And the rebound for Kinley Corinna. From the left, long jumper by Cadence Corinna, no good. We got a foul underneath. That's on Kinley Corinna, her first, and that's 4 fouls on the Knights with 13:31 to go first half. 7 is the limit for the bonus, and then 10 fouls is the double bonus. Sunval trying to get a bounce pass. It ricocheted off a leg. And the ball's going to stay with Blackduck. They're not calling it a kick. An intentional kick, that is. So the shot clock still, as it were, now with 10. You wonder if the Blackduck players know this. And turnover number 5 against Blackduck. Good defense by the Knights. They're up by 4 with the ball. First home game of the season for the Knights. Erickson almost losing the ball, gets it down now to Brooklyn Hoffman to score. Brooklyn's Hoffman's first varsity basket and hopefully the first of many. Knights back up by 6. Mills. Going to call a foul on Peyton Schroeder, her second. 5th team foul on the Knights. That'll get Tegan Johnson back in the game for Climax-Fisher. Number 30, Kayleen Rockensock back into the game for Blackduck. And one more change is Lucy Paulsrud back into the Climax-Fisher lineup. Nord in for Dodd. And now Mills with the pink shoes. Dumps down low for Rockensock. Shot no good, but a foul, and Hoffman was trying to block the shot. First foul on Brooklyn. 6 fouls now against the Knights with 12:21 to go in the half. So the next foul against Climax-Fisher will put Blackduck into the 1-1. And Rockensock with free throw number 1. Her first point of the night. Cadence Corinna back into the game, replacing Schroeder. Rockensock second free throw short. Wrestling for the rebound, held ball, the arrow favors Blackduck. They'll throw it in with 20 seconds to go on the shot clock, inbounding baseline right. Mills for Sunval. Back for Mills, and now Bailey Nord. Dodd finding Sunval open on the left. In and out. And the rebound finally corralled by Cadence Corinna. 6 minutes played first half. And the rainbow up and in by Tegan Johnson. Tegan with 3, and the Knights now their biggest lead at 14-7. And a short timeout taken by Blackduck. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, lakescommunitycoop.com for energy solutions, convenience stores, a meat market, a car wash, a place to get feed, and more. 11:43 to go in the first half, 14-7. In favor of Climax-Fisher. We've been tied twice at 2-4, and Blackduck's only lead was 2-0. Remember, following this game, we will have the boys matchup between these two teams, Blackduck and Climax-Fisher, and that will be the season opener for both those boys teams here on YourLiveEvent.com. Blackduck on the inbound. Sunval hands for Nord. Mills started to drive the left baseline, changed her mind. Here's a 3 from the top, off the bracket, no good. And Tegan Johnson finally comes away with a rebound. Erickson with a long jumper, no. And back-to-back offensive rebounds for the Knights. Good hustle here. And a three is up by Paulsrud. Lucy with 10 on 3 threes and a 17-7 lead for Climax-Fisher. Sunval tries a three. That doesn't go. Rockensock tried to tip out the rebound, but right to Cadence Curran of the Knights. And a foul called. And that'll be on Kia Dodd for a hand check foul. Her first and the third on the Drakes. Johnson just inside the arc, shuts off the bracket, no good. Scramble for the ball. And Mills takes control for Blackduck. Sunval was all alone underneath, missed in close. Rockensock got the offensive rebound and got fouled. And that'll be team foul 7 on Climax-Fisher. This is on Cadence Corinna, her first. So Rockensock, who made 1 of 2 at the line a moment ago, will shoot 2 more here. Brooklyn Hoffman back into the game for Climax-Fisher. Second free throw by Rockensock. Decides to stay in. 17-9. Rockensock with 3 points, all from the foul line. Pass down low for Hoffman, no. Mills the rebound, long ball for Sunval. She couldn't quite hang on to it, but the ball was tipped out of bounds her way, or we got a foul first. The official from the far side calls a foul on Lucy Paulsrud. That'll be her first, and now that's 8 on Climax-Fisher. Bonus in effect. Number 3, Aaliyah Brown, a sophomore into the game for the first time for Blackduck, to replace Kia Dodd. Brown with the red hair. And Sunval, after missing her first 2 free throw tries, is lucky the third time, making the first and 1 more on the way. And the gap is now 6. Paulsrud for Hoffman, almost losing the dribble. Saves it for Paulsrud, shot a little long. And a loose ball foul. Mills was fouled going after the rebound. And Mills will go to shoot a 1-and-1 with 9:36 to go in the half. Team foul 9 now on Climax-Fisher. It's the second on Kinley Corinna. She and Schroeder with 2 fouls apiece for the Knights. Mills missed the first, the front end. Drake's 5 of 9 shooting free throws, and now turnover number 2 against Climax-Fisher. Kia Dodd back in for Blackduck as Rockensock comes out. Almost midway through the opening half, 17-11 in favor of Climax-Fisher. Joe Lancella with you on YourLiveEvent.com. Nord for Sunval. Down to the block. Blocked by Hoffman. And retrieved by Tegan Johnson. Paulsrud seeing room to drive. Nice move. Couldn't score. Rebound Mills, and she got pushed in the process. And that's team foul 10 on Climax-Fisher. And this is the third foul on Kinley Corinna. So the fouls are adding up. Hoffman out, Claire Erickson in. And here's Mills now with a double bonus, missing the first. Peyton Schroeder in, Kinley Corinna out. Schroeder, Cadence Corinna, Erickson, Paulsrud as Mills gets the second. She's got 3 points, and Blackduck now within 5. Entry pass picked off by Mills. Sunval missed the layup. Offensive rebound, Nord, but she couldn't convert. And there's Dodd breaking up a pass. Quick break, and Brown lays it up and off. And the rebound off one of the Knights. It'll stay with Blackduck with 8:17 to go in the half. 23, Rebecca Hendrickson back into the game for Blackduck. And a timeout on the floor. $8:17 to go in the half on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Energy Solutions, a meat market, a car wash, a place to get feed, and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. 17-12 in favor of Climax-Fisher. The Knights have gone cold for a while. Blackduck now with a 5-0 run. Also tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, we have girls basketball with New Rockford Cheyenne taking on Carrington. And tomorrow night we'll have a boys and girls basketball doubleheader on YourLiveEvent.com with Park Christian against Ada Borup West. Boys JV at 4:30, girls varsity at 6, boys varsity at 7:30. As the sports season picks up, inbound for Mills, who scores a bunny. Mills with 5. 17-14, a 7-0 run now for Blackduck. As the Knights shooting has gone cold. Paulsrud shot was short. Offensive rebound. And Erickson was fouled. So clear to shoot 2 with 7:54 to go in the half. The foul on Marissa Mills of Blackduck, her second, the team's 4th, with 7:54 to go in the half. Erickson, a 5'9 junior, missed the first. Kayleen Rockensock back into the game for Blackduck, replacing Mills. I think that's the first time she's been out today, of the lineup so far today. Erickson missing both. And Dodd runs down the rebound. Dodd ahead for Hendrickson. Entry pass off Rockensock's hand, out of bounds. Turnover 6 against Blackduck. Right of the lane, Erickson scoring. Claire Erickson's first bucket. Climax-Fisher back up by 5 with 7.5 to go in the half. Hendrickson fires a 3. First 3 of the night for Blackduck. And now the Drakes within 2 with 7:17 to go in the half. Entry pass tip and taken away. 5 turnovers now against Climax-Fisher. Dodd top of the key now, left wing Hendrickson. Entry pass to Den for Rockensock. She was able to run it down. Dodd. Sunval. Shot clock at 15. Hendrickson right corner 3, air ball. And Caden Skorina the rebound. Schroeder for Tegan Johnson driving the baseline, and a blocking foul called on Blackduck. Rockensock with the foul, her first. That is now 5 on the Drakes with 6:37 to go in the half. Paulsrud on the inbound baseline, left attack on the basket to our left. In for Erickson in the lane, and they call a travel. 6 turnover on the Knights. Blackduck again with a chance to tie or regain the lead. Their only lead was 2-0. Sunvol's layup doesn't go, and a rebound for Erickson. Schroeder. Caden Skorina fires. That's a little long. Rebound Sunval. Baseball pass ahead for Bailey Nord to lay it up and in and tie the game at 19. Nord's first bucket. Third time we've been tied. A 12-2 run for Blackduck. Caden Skorina just inside the arc, doesn't go. Knights get the offensive rebound. And a feed underneath for Erickson to score. Erickson with 4. Knights back in front, 21-19. Sunval for Nord. Sunval for Rockensock. Hendrickson's pass off target and taken away. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Knights as 3 Aaliyah Brown and 24 Kia Dodd back in the game. No, Dodd was in. Marissa Mills, 42, is in. Erickson checks out, and 42 Brooklyn Hoffman into the game for Climax-Fisher. Schroeder, bingo! Peyton Schroeder's first points. A 3 gives the Knights a 5-point lead again at 24-19 at the 5-minute mark. Mills fouled as she was trying to drive through the crowd. Caden Skorina commits the foul, her second. Double bonus now in effect. Mills, who's 1 of 3 at the line, will shoot 2 and hit the first. Annika Sunval back into the game, number 0 for Blackduck. And Claire Erickson back in for Climax-Fisher. Sunval with 6 points and Mills with 6 points to lead the Blackduck scoring. Make that 7 for Mills. 24-21. Knights with the lead and the ball. Jumper off target by Paulsrud. Mills finding Brown ahead of the crowd for the layup. Aaliyah Brown's first basket. And Climax-Fisher's lead down to 1. Reach in foul as Erickson was trying to collect the pass. Foul is on Rockensock. That is her second. And that's now 6 on Blackduck. So the next foul against the Drakes will put Climax-Fisher into the 1-and-1. As Bailey Nord comes back in to replace Rockensock for Blackduck. Erickson for Johnson. Paulsrud. Rebound Nord. Here come the Drakes. Mills will hold things up. Sunval open 3 from the left. In and out. Dodd the offensive rebound. No, but a foul. He had Dodd to shoot 2. Foul is on Cadence Corona, so she has 3. Cadence and Kinley Corona, 3 fouls apiece for the Knights. Kia Dodd with the first free throw, her first point of the game, and it ties the game at 24, our 4th tie. 14, Anna Nesvig back into the game for Climax-Fisher. Dodd breaks the tie. Second lead change. 25-24, just over 4 minutes to go in the half. Nesvig for Erickson. Erickson for Johnson. Erickson fighting her way in, scoring and a foul. Dodd commits the foul, her second. That's now 7 on Blackduck rather. Erickson will try to finish the three-point play. And she does, clear with 7. Two-point lead for the Knights. And Dodd scores from in close. Tied at 27 with 3.5 to go in the half. 5th tie. Johnson, little too strong. Knights get the offensive rebound. Erickson with a jumper from 10, no good. Reverse layup in by Paulsrud. 2 offensive boards for the Knights on that possession. It paid off with a basket and a 2-point lead. And now a takeaway. Under 3 to go in the half. 1 on 3. Didn't work out. Dodd the rebound. Long ahead for Sunval. She'll wait for reinforcements. And see a space to drive and overshoot it. Johnson rebounds. Climax-Fisher by 2 with the ball. And timeout by the Knights. Short timeout on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. LakesCommunityCoop.com for energy solutions, information on a meat market and feed and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. Knights have used 2 timeouts in this first half. Blackduck 1. And a reminder, coming up on Thursday night, we'll be back here in Fisher as the Climax-Fisher boys will take on LaPorte. That will be an early start. 4:30 for the JV game, 6 o'clock for the varsity game. That'll be Thursday night. Climax-Fisher boys basketball against LaPorte here on YourLiveEvent.com. Paulsrud with 12 points to lead Climax-Fisher. Mills with 7. Sunval with 6 for Blackduck. Nesvig for Schroeder. Paulsrud, nice move. Didn't get the shot, got her own rebound, and got fouled. Lucy Paulsrud to the line with 2:15 to go in the half. Foul is on Kayleen Rockensock. That is her 3rd foul. First Blackduck player to reach 3 fouls. And that's 8 against the Drakes. As Claire Erickson hits the first, and we'll have another coming. Rebecca Hendrickson back in for Blackduck to replace Rockensock. As Erickson makes them both, and it's a 4-point lead for the Knights. Sunval for Mills. Dodd with a 3. Didn't get it. Offensive rebound for Nord. And Sundvall scores. Annika Sundvall with 8. 2-point lead for the Knights with 1:43 to go in the half. Erickson, nice pass down low for Tegan Johnson, who got fouled. And Tegan to the line with 1:32 to go in the half. Team foul 9 on Blackduck. The foul is on Dodd. That is her third. Or check that, they called that on Hendrickson. 23 instead of 24. Second free throw, no good. Offensive rebound, Erickson. Put back, no. Schroeder with an offensive rebound, and she's fouled. Foul is on Aaliyah Brown, her first. 10 team fouls now on the Drakes. So the double bonus in effect as Peyton Schroeder hits the first free throw. Peyton with 4 points on the night, the 5'8" sophomore. She can stretch the lead to 4 and does. 33-29 in favor of Climax-Fisher in the Knights' home opener. Dodd. 6 for Dodd. Blackduck within 2. Nesvig finding space. But couldn't find the basket. Blackduck ball with 1:04 to go in the half. Sundvall for Dodd. And they'll call a foul for Claire Erickson being on her back. Second foul on Erickson, double bonus in effect, and Kia Dodd, the freshman, will go to the line to shoot 2. Kia's first name is Kaimiah, Kiamiyaah. Dodd with the first free throw. She's got 7 on the night. And a chance to tie the game. Johnson the rebound. Climax-Fisher still up by 1 with 48 seconds to go in the half. Nesvig, nice feed down low. And the basket for Paulsrud. (35-32). Entry pass intended for Dodd, tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Blackduck. There's a 1.9 second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And the inbound off Sundvall out of bounds. 9th Blackduck turnover. As number 12, Braylee Benson, a freshman, comes into the game for the first time for Blackduck, replacing Dodd. Shot clock is off. Paulsrud not bothered by that. And an offensive rebound and a basket for Claire Erickson. She's got 11 and a half. Time running down. And Blackduck couldn't get anything going. We are at the half. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, energy solutions, convenience stores, a meat market, feed, a car wash, and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com at the break. Climax-Fisher 37, Blackduck 32. We'll be back and sum up the first half after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Log on to ISD592.org to stay up to date on all the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club. The Climax Community Club, always looking for new members to join the club, and they stand proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax-Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today. Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Back at Fisher, we're at halftime. Girls basketball. Joe Lancello with you as the Climax-Fisher Knights lead the Blackduck Drakes 37-32. Been a pretty good first half. We've been tied 5 times, had 3 lead changes. Blackduck's biggest lead was 2-0 early on. Climax-Fisher would take a 17-7 lead in the first half, and then Blackduck went on a 12-2 run to tighten things up, tied the game at 19 at that point. And now it's Climax-Fisher with the lead by 5 as we get ready for the second half. And the Knights led by Lucy Paulsrud with 3 threes, 2 twos, 1 a 4 at the line for 14 points. Claire Erickson off the bench with 4 baskets, 3 of 5 at the line for 11. Peyton Schroeder a 3 and 2 of 2 at the line for 5. Tegan Johnson a basket, 1 of 4 at the line for 3. Cadence Corinna a basket for 2. Brooklyn Hoffman a basket for 2. Kinley Corinna and Anna Nesvig have played and have not scored. Climax-Fisher 7 of 15 at the free throw line. The Knights with 6 turnovers and 26 rebounds unofficially, 13 on the offensive side. They've been very good with offensive rebounds, Climax-Fisher. for Blackduck, scoring pretty well spread out. Annika Sundvall with 3 baskets, 2 of 4 at the line for 8. Marissa Mills, 2 baskets, 3 of 5 at the line for 7. Kia Dodd, 2 baskets, 3 of 4 at the line for 7. Kayleen Rockensock, 3 of 4 at the line for 3. Rebecca Hendrickson, a 3-pointer for 3. Bailey Nord, a basket for 2. Aaliyah Brown, a basket for 2. Braylee Benson played briefly and did not score. Blackduck 11 of 17 shooting free throws in the first half. 9 turnovers against the Drakes. They were especially plagued by turnovers early on. And Blackduck with 18 rebounds and officially 6 on the offensive side. So the Knights with the rebounding edge, 26-18, and the turnover edge. Climax-Fisher turning the ball over just 6 times and Blackduck turning it over 9 times in the first half. As far as fouls go, Cadence Corinna and Kinley Corinna, 3 fouls apiece for Climax-Fisher, and Peyton Schroeder and Claire Erickson with 2 apiece. For Blackduck, Rockensock with 3, Dodd and Mills 2 apiece. And we've got a pretty good ball game here, 37-32 in favor of Climax-Fisher. The question is going to be, if one of these teams can stay out of foul trouble in the second half. And Climax-Fisher will have a lot of time to sit and think about this game. Their next game will not be until a week from tomorrow when they travel to Park Christian. Blackduck, on the other hand, is a trip to Big Fork on the western half of the Iron Range on Thursday night. Blackduck with an interesting schedule. They've got 11 games in the month of December, and then throw into that the 2 they already played in late November, and that's half their schedule. Now, we may want to put an asterisk by that and say, well, it's winter in Minnesota. You never know if they'll play all 11 of those games. So maybe there's some wiggle room in the schedule to play makeup dates in January. We'll have to wait and see. That's our halftime on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Climax-Fisher 37, Blackduck 32. We'll come back for the start of the second half after these words on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying solutions for these limiting factors. Agassiz Precision Ag, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Tick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side. Corner 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Log on to ISD592.org to stay up to date on all the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. This ad is paid for by the Climax Community Club. The Climax Community Club, always looking for new members to join the club, and they stand proudly as a cornerstone supporter of the Climax Shelley School District.
Back at Fisher, Joe Lancello with you. Long as I'm thinking about it here, let's see when the Climax opener is for For the girls, it won't be till December 20th when the Knights host Badger Greenbush Middle River. For the boys, their Climax opener will be December the 10th when Park Christian comes to Climax. Knights boys, talking about schedules, their first 6 games of the year are at home. 4 in Fisher, 2 in Climax. Knights will start the second half with the ball with Peyton Schroeder, Cadence Corinna, Tegan Johnson, Brooklyn Hoffman, and Lucy Paulsrud, their original starting 5. Blackduck will have their original starting 5, Annika Sunval, Kia Dodd, Kayleen Rockensock, Bailey Nord, and Marissa Mills. Schroeder across midcourt for Paulsrud as we start the second half. Lost control and a quick break and a basket for Sunval. She's got 10. 3-point lead for the Knights. Entry pass for Hoffman, shot off the glass. No rebound. Schroeder underneath, scores and a foul. Foul is on Kia Dodd of Blackduck. That is her third first team foul of the second half, so Dodd will come out and be replaced by 23, Rebecca Hendrickson. Schroeder couldn't finish the 3-point play. Tegan Johnson, the offensive rebound, and puts it in from an off-balance angle. So the Knights getting 4 instead of 3. And their lead back up to 7 at 41-34. And a pass intended for the cutting Hendrickson she wasn't looking for, and the ball went behind her out of bounds. 10 turnovers now on Blackduck. Schroeder pulls up in the lane. 10-footer doesn't go. Brooklyn Hoffman hustles after the rebound. Entry pass out of Tegan Johnson's reach. And here's Sunval the other way. Mills driving the baseline. Body contact and a blocking foul on the Knights. Foul on Tegan Johnson, her second. That's the first on Climax-Fisher in the second half. Mills took too much time on the inbound. 11th turnover on Blackduck. Paulsrud baseline jumper, no. Tegan Johnson coming away with the rebound and trying to get the second. They call a held ball on the second one. And the ball will stay with Blackduck on the arrow. Tegan Johnson somehow finding some room in there to try to get rebounds. On the offensive glass as Claire Erickson comes back into the Climax-Fisher lineup. And Johnson will get a break. Sunval into the front court. Pass was left short, and Schroeder comes away with it. Schroeder drives, missed, but will get 2 free throws. Foul by Hendrickson, her second, and 2 on Blackduck in the half. As 23 drove on 23 there. Schroeder with the first. Peyton with 8 points. Second free throw, no good, and the rebound, Rockensock. Mills driving, missed it. And Mills going to be called for a foul. That is her third, and 3 on Blackduck in the half. Brooklyn Hoffman out. And Kinley Corinna, number 2 into the game for Climax-Fisher. Paulsrud, 3 on the way. Bingo! Lucy with 4 threes in the game. And 17 on the night. And it's an 11-point lead now for Climax-Fisher, their biggest of the game. They've started the second half well. Mills lost the dribble, the rebound off a shin. The body's hit the floor. And the ball will go to Climax-Fisher. Good work defensively to force the turnover. Kia Dodd back into the game now for Blackduck. And Hendrickson will sit down. Knights with Paulsrud. Cadence Corinna. Kinley Corinna, who hits a 3. Kinley's first points of the night. 14-point lead, 48-34. And Dodd traveled as she started the drive. Blackduck getting unstuck after an 11-2 start to the second half by Climax-Fisher. Cadence Corinna just inside the arc, shot no good. Dodd comes away with a rebound. Mills layup short. Rebound Nord. And a pass broken up by Erickson. 15 turnovers now against Blackduck. 6 in the second half. As Erickson drives and is fouled. Fourth foul on Blackduck in the half. This is on Bailey Nord, her first. And Erickson, who missed her first 2 free throws and then hit 3 in a row, will shoot 2 more here. Anna Nesvig into the game for Climax-Fisher, replacing Cadence Corinna. Missed both free throws, and Dodd runs down the rebound. Still a 14-point lead for Climax-Fisher. And Paulsrud comes in to pick off the pass. Schroeder's shot is no good. Got her own rebound. That didn't go. And a third try and a basket for Erickson. Timeout Blackduck. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, energy solutions, convenience stores, a car wash, a meat market, and more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. Climax-Fisher up 50-34. Back after this.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
A 13-2 start for Climax-Fisher in the second half as they lead 50-34 over Blackduck. Knights trying to get their first win of the season after a season-opening loss. There's a pass thrown past everybody, and Nesvig with the interception. Blackduck with 8 turnovers in the second half. And a basket for Lucy Paulsrud. Lucy with 19, and the lead is 18. Nord trapped underneath, trying to get it back for Mills, and the ball tipped out of bounds by the Knights. 22 on the shot clock. Sunval driving, shot short. Unofficially, that's the first defensive rebound for Climax-Fisher in the second half. Schroeder, air ball. Saved by Kinley Corinna. Shot clock still going. Schroeder, entry pass picked off by Dodd. Quick 3-on-1, but it's a little disorganized, and the Knights have time to regroup. But Mills left open to shoot a three, but that was an air ball. Tegan Johnson, Brooklyn Hoffman coming back in for Climax-Fisher, as well as Cadence Corinna. Nesvig stays in. And so does Tegan Johnson. Kinley Corinna pass across the lane, blocked by Dodd out of bounds. Knights keep possession with 25 on the shot clock. 13:04 to go in regulation. Brooklyn Hoffman. Three on top from Kinley Corinna, no good. Rebound Dodd. Long ball for Sunval ahead of the crowd to lay it up and in. Annika Sunval with a dozen. 52-36. Blackduck down by 16. Nesvig finds Kinley Corinna, back for Nesvig. Anna to the baseline. Pass poked out of bounds by Rockensock. Knights will keep it with 17 on the shot clock. Inbounding from near the Coffin corner on the near side. In for Hoffman, gets past the defender and scores. Brooklyn with 4. 54-36. Mills stopped by a double team and then lost the ball. Cadence Corinna. Nesvig lobbing for Hoffman. Bunny. Brooklyn with back-to-back baskets. She has 6. And a 20-point lead now at the 12-minute mark of the second half. Dodd driving, scoring. Kia Dodd with 9. 18-point lead for Climax-Fisher. Tegan Johnson for Nesvig. Lob down low, caught by Hoffman in too deep. Got it off left of the lane for Tegan Johnson. Shot no good, and a pushing foul on the Knights. On the rebound, that's on Kinley Corinna, and that's her 4th foul. The second on the Knights in the second half. That gets Lucy Paulswood and Peyton Schroeder off the bench. And Claire Erickson. Tegan Johnson stays in. And Cadence Corinna does too. Mills. Nord driving and scoring. Bailey Nord with 4. 56-40. Blackduck down by 16. Here's a 3 from the left, short by Paulsrud, and a rebound for Blackduck. Nord to the baseline. Sunval doesn't get the roll. Dodd got the offensive rebound. And Blackduck will keep possession. As 23, Rebecca Hendrickson back into the Drake lineup to replace Rockensock. Drake's on the inbound baseline right. Mills for Hendrickson. Dodd traveled as she tried to start her move. 19 turnovers against Blackduck. 10 in the second half. About 7 minutes and 20 seconds of play to be exact. Paulsrud scores on the drive. Paulsrud with 21, and the Knights up by 18. Sunval driving and fouled. Foul is on Claire Erickson, that's her third, and the third on the Knights in the second half. Annika Sunval will shoot 2. Hit the first. Sunval missed her first 2 free throws, and now she's at 3 in a row. The junior with 13 points. Didn't get the roll on the second one. Schroeder for Paulsrud. Back for Schroeder. Schroeder finding some space and driving and scoring. 10 for Peyton Schroeder. 60-41. And timeout Blackduck. Short timeout on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. They have convenience stores, a car wash, a place to get feed, energy solutions, and a meat market, and a lot more. Find out at lakescommunitycoop.com. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
The Fisher Booster Club is a proud supporter of all Climax-Fisher Knights and Polk County West Thunder athletic events and extracurricular activities. From volleyball, golf, basketball, and football to robotics, knowledgeable, one-act plays, and speech, we are proud to support the students in their pursuit of excellence, not just in the classroom, but in all they do. To learn more about becoming a member or upcoming events, visit the school website or talk to one of our members. The Fisher Booster Club, supporting our local students.
Blackduck, 10 turnovers in the second half to just 3 against Climax-Fisher. Big part of the game. Knights unofficially 20 offensive rebounds, 36 on the game. $25 rebounds for Blackduck unofficially, just 8 on the offensive glass. Mills on the inbound for Blackduck after the timeout. Hendrickson found the cutter and couldn't hang on to the ball. And a Knights defender in the way there to obstruct Sunval's view. Paulsrud, entry pass, Schroeder down low, scores. Whoop. Schroeder with a dozen. 62-41, biggest lead for the Knights. A 3 from Dodd comes in off the bracket. Dodd with a dozen, just the second three-pointer of the game for Blackduck. Schroeder's fouled. Before the shot, apparently, the foul is on Marissa Mills. That's her fourth. 5 fouls now on Blackduck. So Mills will come out to be replaced by Kayleen Rockensock. Paulsrud on the inbound baseline right. And Dodd with the rebound. Quick feed for Sunval, who scores. 15 for Sunval. Here's a three on the way from Paulsrud and gets the roll. Lucy with 5 threes in the game. "24 points on the game and a 19-point lead for Climax-Fisher. Ball poked away from Rockensock. It'll stay with Blackduck with 22 on the shot clock and 8:21 to go in the ball game. So Blackduck's 2-0 start could find the first ill of the season right here as Sunval's shot is short. And a rebound for Erickson. And Schroeder fouled. That's on Bailey Nord, her second. That is 6 fouls now on Blackduck in the half. The next one puts Climax-Fisher into the bonus with 8:11 to go in the second half. Throw in tipped out of bounds by Rockensock, so the Knights will inbound it closer to the corner on the near side. Cadence Corona throwing it in. Entry pass tipped and taken away. And then taken right back away. Erickson had a little more time than she thought she did. I didn't catch who caught that. I'll try to find that out later at the end of the game. 65-48 entry pass. Rejected out of bounds by Rockensock. Climax-Fisher will keep it with 7:44 to play in a 17-point lead. Paulsrud, yes. 26 for Paulsrud. 67-48 Climax-Fisher. Sunval scores. Annika Sunval with 17. Paulsrud trying to reply with a three, didn't get it. Dodd had the rebound. The ball was poked away from her out of bounds. And Blackduck will keep it. As Kinley Corinna back into the game for Climax-Fisher. Brooklyn Hoffman will come in. Paulsrud will sit down, so will Tegan Johnson, and Anna Nesvig will come in to replace Cadence Corinna. 17-point lead for the Knights. Dodd found Rockenbach underneath. Rockenbach's first field goal. She's had 5 points. Nesvig right wing. Hoffman in and out. Brooklyn got her own rebound and found a wide open Kinley Corinna for a basket. Kinley's first bucket. Dodd, right wing, 3 air ball. Rockensock the offensive rebound, keeping it alive. Dodd with a rebound as we're getting a little helter-skelter here. 6 minutes to play. And timeout Climax-Fisher. At the 6-minute mark on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Energy Solutions, convenience stores, a car wash, and more at lakescommunitycoop.com. Climax-Fisher 69, Blackduck 52. Back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
Number 3, Aaliyah Brown, is checked into the game for Blackduck. And for the first time in this game for either team, we've got full court pressure. Long pass cut by Kinley Corinna, who got bumped by Rockensock. That is her 4th foul, and that's team foul 7 on Blackduck. So the bonus into play now. Free throw up and in by Kinley Corinna. She'll get one more with the bonus. Second free throw off the bracket. Offensive rebound, Tegan Johnson, who scores. Knights have been so good getting offensive rebounds. They're up by 20. They've been ahead by as many as 21. Mills, and a foul. Team foul 4 on Climax-Fisher, but that's going to be a shooting foul, methinks. Foul is on Brooklyn Hoffman, her 2nd. And Marissa Mills to shoot 2. She's 3 of 5 at the line tonight. The senior with 7 points. Make it 8. Bailey Nordback in replacing Rockensock for Blackduck. Second free throw short, and Hoffman the rebound. Nesvig with a 3 from the right. No. Tegan Johnson trying to run down the long rebound. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Blackduck. Up by 19. The Knights still hustling after loose balls. Sunval yo-yos the dribble. Now spins into the lane and does not score. Hoffman the rebound. Hoffman. Tegan Johnson almost lost that. Gets it back for Hoffman, and Brooklyn scores. Brooklyn with 8, 6 in the second half. Knights back up by 21 with under 5 minutes to play. Mills for Sunval. Scores off the glass. 19 for Sunval to lead the Blackduck scoring. Hoffman, Nesvig from the left pocket, no good. Rebound, Tegan Johnson. Kinley Corinna off the glass. Kinley with 8, all in the second half. 21-point lead again for the Knights as we near the 4-minute mark. Dodd with a drive and a basket. Freshman Kia Dodd with 14. And that one thrown away. Lucy Paulsrud back in for Climax-Fisher to replace Peyton Schroeder. Blackduck on the inbound with under 4 minutes to play. Dodd driving, no. Hoffman collects the rebound. Long ball ahead for Paulsrud to lay it up and in. 28 for Paulsrud. And the Knights are going to make some substitutions after this timeout in the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Energy Solutions, Meat Market, a place to get feed, and a lot more. LakesCommunityCoop.com. Climax-Fisher up 78-57. We'll be right back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead provide great places for seniors to live. They emphasize choices, independence, and provide services as directed by residents. They're also great places to work, where employees find not only a job, but also rewarding and enjoyable experiences that contribute to the lives of others. To get more information on Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, call 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Following this game, we'll have boys basketball between Climax-Fisher and Blackduck on YourLiveEvent.com. That will be on a different stream. So please keep that in mind when this game ends. You'll have to go to a different stream to get the boys matchup between Climax-Fisher and Blackduck on YourLiveEvent.com. Dodd losing the dribble on her foot, able to get it back. Mills fouled, and Marissa Mills to shoot two. Tegan Johnson commits the foul for Climax-Fisher, her third, the team's fifth with 3:25 to play. Marissa Mills missing the first. Kayleen Rockensock in. And I didn't catch who went out. Hill missed both. .22 Peyton Larson, a 5'3" junior in the game for the first time. And a turnover, and Blackduck get it back with 3:18 to play. Sunval for Mills. Nord. Right wing three, no good. Dodd will try it from three. That doesn't go. Rockensocker rebound. Nord driving and fouled. Peyton Larson committing the foul. That's her first. 6 now on the Knights with 2:54 to play. Mills, after missing two a moment ago, hits the first one here. And got them both. 78-59. Larson a three from the left, no good. Offensive rebound, Paulsrud. Rockensock the rebound, a baseball pass ahead for Sunval. Shot was blocked out of bounds, no foul. Blackduck will keep it with 2:34 to go in the ball game. So the Knights, after scoring 27 against Kitson County Central last week, rebound strongly, and Mills with a drive and a blocking foul going to be called on Kinley Corinna, and that will be her fifth. So she'll leave with 2:31 to play. And the freshman with 8 points. And older sister Cadence Corinna will come in to replace her. Mills hits the first of two. Blackduck again back in action Thursday at Big Fork. Second free throw missed. Down the offensive rebound and a basket. 16 for freshman Kia Dodd. 78-62. And that was broken up by Nord and called for a double dribble. Dueling turnovers. Climax-Fisher get it back. Peyton Schroeder back in to replace Peyton Larson. And a short timeout taken by Blackduck with 2:16 to play. Drake's down 62-78. They'll go to 2-1 on the year. And they'll go to Big Fork on Thursday. Climax-Fisher will even their record at 1-1. Knights are off until next week, Tuesday, when they go to Park Christian. Knights able to pretty well get whatever bad taste was in their mouth from the Kitson County Central defeat. And Kitson County Central was ranked 6th in the state last week by Minnesota Basketball News in Class A. Paulsrud with another three. That's her 6th of the game. 81-62, just over 2 minutes to go. Dodd for Mills, double teamed. Brown got her own rebound. Aaliyah Brown with 4. Backcourt pressure. Paulsrud past 2 defenders. Erickson doing well to hang on to the ball, missed the shot. Brown the rebound. And a travel called. 25 turnovers against Blackduck, 16 in the second half. And that was the primary cause of their downfall. Erickson inbound with 1:32 to play, 20 on the shot clock. Schroeder. Back on top for Erickson. Schroeder. Shot clock running down. Schroeder drives and scores. 14 for Peyton Schroeder. 83-64. Dodd around a screen. Driving. No continuation there. And it'll be a 1-on-1 situation. Anna Nesbitt commits the foul. That's her first. Peyton Larson back in for Climax-Fisher. Number 30, Courtney Brault, a 5'1 sophomore in the game for the first time for the Knights. .22, who is not in my program, into the game for Blackduck, as Dodd missed the front end of a 1-on-1. Paulsrud inside the arc, shot no. Mackenzie Quirk couldn't quite get the rebound. She's in the game for the first time now for the Knights. And a reach-in foul with 43.2 to play. Courtney Brault committing the foul, her first. And the free throw missed, and we got a basket. Brault overshooting the basket. We got a whistle and a travel. 22.9 to play. The shot clock off. Rebound juggle collected by Brault. There's an air ball. Final seconds. Dodd with a three from the top. No. And Climax-Fisher will even their record at 1-1 on the season with an 83-66 victory over Blackduck. We'll come back and wrap things up after these words on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
You finally found the perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Riverview Health. Exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Once again, Climax-Fisher beating Blackduck 83-66. Time now for our Energy Player of the Game, brought to you by Enbridge. Life takes energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Gonna go with Lucy Paulsrud with 6 3-pointers, 6 2-pointers, and 1 of 4 at the foul line for 31 points. Lucy Paulsrud, our Energy Player of the Game, brought to you by Enbridge. Our connection of the game brought to you by HTC. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. I'll be going with Climax-Fisher's offensive rebounding. Unofficially, 24 offensive boards in this game as they out-rebound Blackduck by 45-36. And Climax-Fisher's offensive rebounding brought to you by HTC, proudly providing internet, phone, cable, TV service to the rural areas and to the local communities through the area of the Red River Valley. I'm Joe Lancello. We'll be back with you again. This will be on a different stream, the boys' game between Blackduck and Climax-Fisher. The final again here, Climax-Fisher 83, Blackduck 66. Be right back with you on YourLiveEvent.com.